Hello everybody, Brad Johnson here, and I'm here to do an interactive presentation regarding a very important topic, and that is going to be our focus for this video, and that topic is protecting yourself from 5G. So we're going to have this online PowerPoint presentation, where today I promised to do this video relating to protecting yourself from this quite harmful technology. And there is a lot of rollouts relating to 5G technology that is happening, and this is just going to be a informative video that's going to help you to safeguard yourself from the idea of 5G technology. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Protecting yourself from 5G. Now, the reported effects from 5G technology, and this is just some of the information that I was able to discover online, doing some research on this. The effects from 5G technology include radio frequency or radiation exposure to humans, animals, and nature. There have also been reports of actually having birds drop out of the sky when there have been some 5G tests. Of course, science doesn't want to conclusively state that that's actually what's happening. But really, when these heavy, harsh technologies with the 5G networks are being rolled out, then there certainly are animals that can suffer the consequences with this. But to humans, these effects with 5G technology include radiation exposure, poisoning, severe headaches and migraines, nausea, low immune system, neck or back pain, dizziness, vertigo, heart palpitations, cancer, poor liver health. These are just to name a few. And of course, this has been happening with some of the other previous generation technologies from the 2G, the 3G, and the 4G. But as we're getting into 5G, there is just an attempt to try to roll out this technology to make it much more prolific, right? So they're basically looking to try and create mini 5G towers in neighborhoods as well too. They're also trying to launch 5G satellites all over the planet. So there's this really intense and harsh rollout that is planned to try and roll out this really, really dangerous technology that, again, has not been under enough scientific scrutiny, and it really needs to be. And so this is, again, where we are just being educated and informed about this 5G technology. But it's very, very important that we are doing our own research, and we are also committing ourselves to helping in alleviating this problem. This can be a clean technology. It's a technology that can easily be sanitized. But again, this is done on purpose. But again, we'll be getting into that very shortly. So moving on. Well, what about the protection from 5G technology, from all this EMF? Well, one of the first things that we can look at is orgonite. Okay. So orgon is a technology that anchors life energy to balance the electromagnetic fields that are chaotic through common technology. There are several different styles of orgon, from pyramids to orgon jewelry to orgon pucks like tower busters. There's all different kinds. So if you go on to like eBay, or if you go on to Etsy, or you go on to Amazon, right? There's many different websites that sell orgon from all over the world. And this is a very, very helpful technology. So you can have pendants, you can have bracelets, you can have pyramids, you can have the tower busters as well too. What a lot of people also do is they'll take the tower busters, the pucks, and they'll put them around these cell towers as well too, to basically clear out the harsh emanations of the 5G radiation, or the EMF radiation. So again, orgonite is a very, very good thing to use. Again, you can find it pretty much anywhere online through many different common stores, e-commerce, etc. So get a lot of 5G technology busters starting with orgonite, right? That would be a really good sign for that one. Secondly, we have shungite. Okay, now, shungite is a powerful black carbon mineral. Shungite is known to have incredible purification properties. Not only can it completely neutralize EMF radiation, but it's also known to be a tremendous water purifier. The providers online often supply shungite strips applied to smartphones and other handheld devices to neutralize their EMF radiation. So shungite is really good. I was actually just looking at a video this morning with a person that had a small shungite strip, and she was just testing it between a microwave and an EMF detector, and she was able to put it right in between the microwave and the EMF detector. Before she did that, the microwave was just going off the scale, right, with dirty EMF, and then she put it right in between the gauge and between the microwave, and it was going down so low, right, like in the 0.5 range and all that. So just really in the minor scale. So shungite works really, really great with helping to completely absorb and purify this very, very dirty EMF radiation. Okay, so look into shungite as well too. There's shungite pyramids. There's also, again, shungite necklaces. There's shungite stones. Some of them are also magnetic as well too that you can get. There's all different kinds of things. So again, we have orgonite and we have shungite also. Believe it or not, we have plants that are also able to absorb radiation, or in this case, EMF radiation. So plants. These plants are known to help absorb EMF radiation and purify it. One is the aloe vera plant. The other is the spider plant. The other is the betel leaf plant. The other is the, let me maximize my screen here so I can see the small text, is the cacti and succulents. Then we have the smoke or airplane plant. We have the stone lotus plant, and we have the narcissus plant as well too. So these are just a few plants that are known to actually absorb radiation, and it definitely helps with EMF. I actually have a little aloe vera plant in my home as well too, and I actually have some shungite right next to my modem to help again deflect a lot of that dangerous 5G EMF radiation. So look into collecting acorns, pine cones, and chestnuts. Put them in a grid attached to a poster board, for example, right? So you can put some adhesive on them and just make it into like a circular grid or like a spiral grid as well too. And then put them near any EMF emitting source. This too can assist in absorbing dangerous EMF radiation. So again, utilizing these plants, utilizing the power of nature, the more that you're actually able to bring a lot of nature indoors and you're actually able to create a very dense nature environment, this will help majorly. This will really help to absorb a lot of that dirty electricity, and you're basically just creating additional life force. So it's like orgone, right? Orgone is bringing in a lot of pure life force energy. It's helping to purify and balance the energies within your space. The same thing goes with these plants. Okay, rubber tree plants are also very, very good, but just nature of all different kinds, right? If you get like little potted plants and just hanging them up and just turning your indoor house into a sanctuary, into an outdoor sanctuary, right? Make the indoors the outdoors. This too can also be a tremendous benefit in helping to reduce the EMF from 5G technology. Okay, so this is something that you can ingest. This is carbon-60 or C60, okay? Carbon-60 is a geometrical arrangement of 60 carbon atoms within a single molecule. It's a naturally occurring carbon derived from charcoal. C60 is known to disable free radicals and reduce oxidative stress. In this case, C60 helps to reduce the oxidative stress from 5G and EMF radiation. Okay, I've personally taken C60 in the past, and it has definitely increased a lot of my vitality when I was taking it. It's kind of an interesting taste to it. It's almost kind of like it tastes a little bit, tiny bit spicy. At least the one that I was having. The one that I had kind of like an olive oil mixed to it. But it was really, really helping. I definitely felt a lot more energized when I was taking the carbon-60. So it is a very, very helpful technology as well too. So again, it's usually it again comes like in an olive oil. It's mixed with olive oil, just as a mixture that you can take with like an eyedropper, and then you're just consuming it, right? So very, very helpful technology. It really helps with also a lot of other things as well too. Some people have also been able to have alleviations of headaches, alleviations of migraines. They've actually started to feel like they've released a lot of stiffness from their joints as well too. There's a lot of great usages with carbon 60. So that too is another thing that you can look at. One of the websites is c-60.com. Now again, I don't have any sponsorships. I'm not associated with any of the websites in particular. But again, this is something that I've used personally, and that is a good website to check out. There's also quite a few other ones as well too. But again, you just kind of look into it and give it a try and see how it makes you feel after a certain amount of time. It certainly had great benefits for me. Okay, moving on. Now, there's also something called shielded clothing, which is silver content clothing, and conductive carbon has been known to ground yourself from harmful EMF radiation. So if you basically look at less EMF clothing as well too, there's quite a lot of different clothing attire that you can get. There's shirts, there's socks, there's like visors as well too, there's hats. There's quite a few different things, and they're all laced with usually like silver fibers or again conductive carbon, and it's basically helping to reduce the EMF intake that we get just going outside or being inside our house. So that is too something else that you can take a look at. So silver is very, very well known as a EMF deflector as well too. There's also some people that talk about colloidal silver or structured silver as well too. Now I take structured silver quite often, and it's really helped with toothaches I've had. It's also helped with as a topical lotion as well. It really helps to reset the cells as well too. So structured silver would also be another recommendation of mine. You can find that on a website called thankyousilver.com. Okay, so it's thankyousilver, all one word, .com. Again, not affiliated or associated with these guys, not getting any sponsorships or anything like that. I just use this product and I highly recommend it. So that too is something that I think can help you guys out a lot. Of course, we have earthing mats. Okay, using the frequencies of the earth through a grounding wire connecting to your grounding prong electrical plug can neutralize dirty EMF radiation with a grounding earthing mat. Okay, I'm actually just have my feet on a earthing mat right now. And I always love these, right? Always being able to love just being outside, if you can go barefoot and just place your feet on the grass, on the soil, that too works wonders. But again, when you're indoors, go ahead and grab an earthing mat. These things are wonderful. You can even create your own as well too. There's quite a few YouTube videos online showing you how to create your own earthing mat. So it is actually quite easy to create. But again, if you want to really go with the professional ones that again have these kind of sleek mats and they're very powerful, then go ahead and look into that as well too. Earthing mat is great. They've also done a lot of tests with earthing mat when you're sitting or laying down on a mat. Sometimes they even have earthing blankets, or they have earthing bed sheets as well too. And you can lay down on them, and again, you're just doing an EMF detection as well too. And again, it's putting it in very, very low scale with the idea of 5G radiation, okay? So, or EMF radiation, I should say. And that is a very, very powerful technology. Again, I've used earthing mats now for about a little over a couple of years, and they have done absolute wonders as well too. You just feel a lot more centered. You feel a lot more focused. There's a great reduction of brain fog as well too. I feel like when I'm being exposed to a lot of this EMF radiation, that the head just fogs up and I don't feel like I can focus. I just feel like I'm scattered. I feel like 1,000 thoughts are just going left, right, and center all the time, right? So these are, again, just some helpful tools, and I'm sure there's even going to be a lot more that people may recommend in the chat or in the comments. You guys may have some other great ideas as well, too, about helping to protect yourself from 5G technology. That's great. List that into the comments, put that on the chat, let people be educated a lot more. There may be things I've missed, right, with even better technologies that may exist as well too. Some people may say, oh, just have a Faraday cage, right, when you're going to sleep. Yes, that too can work as well. There's a lot of things that can really protect us from 5G. So this is just helping you to understand a lot of the basics. If you're not too sure about how to safeguard yourself from 5G technology, then a lot of the recommendations here are just that altogether. It's helping you to get started. But again, we may have some more advanced 5G tech that can help us in completely alleviating us from this particular bombardment. It's also important that, again, you're having things that are mobile, right? So if you have your phone with you, you have maybe a strip of shungite on it. Again, if you're wearing an orgone pendant or an orgone bracelet, if you're wearing the shielded clothing as well too, that's good. You want to have things that you can take with you also that can also assist in that particular way. So taking action on 5G technology. Now, technology can be a very helpful convenience, but not at the cost of one's own health and well-being. Okay, and this is something that is extremely important. You know, we're using technology every day. We're in a digital age, and that's great, but we should never have to feel like we have to sacrifice our health, our well-being, our own peace of mind to feel that we're now having second thoughts about using technology because of all the dirty radiation that has been happening, especially with this 5G rollout. Should never come down to that. Should never come down to the point in saying, I'm afraid to use this tech because it's going to harm me. Well, that's, again, completely counterproductive with what we can do as a species, right? It's time to really get past this. Now, of course, some people may say, well, let's just go talk to the government about this. You know, again, it's all about plausible deniability, right? It's not about the idea of thinking that you're going to leave this into the government's hands and they're going to take care of it. And here's the nice way of saying it. They won't do dick regarding that, right? We have to basically make a stand. We have to come out in the thousands, in the many millions, and basically say, nope, we're not going to tolerate this rollout. We're the ones in charge. We're the ones that are saying this isn't going to happen, right? If I have to petition, if I have to protest, if I have to get in groups involved and make a very large racket about this, then that's exactly what we're going to do. Do not give any more power to the government at all, period. They have completely lost people's trust. They are completely unreliable. They won't do a damn thing, right? So throw them away. Right now, it's all about the people. The people coming together, they're making a loud noise, and all of these particular companies that are trying to roll out the 5G will have no choice but to listen to what the people are saying. Otherwise, they're going to lose billions and billions of dollars because people will refuse to buy their product because all of us are making a stand against this dirty technology that does not have to be here. This technology can be easily sanitized. Nikola Tesla has proven that. With all of his work, he never ever created anything that would ever harm millions or billions of people on the planet, right? All of this technology has the ability to be sanitized. Do not let anybody else tell you anything different, okay? This is all sanitation-based technology. It can happen. We can clean it up. And yes, we can certainly have wireless communication. Again, that's what Nikola Tesla's biggest plan was to roll out wireless technology, wireless electricity for everybody to connect to. It would never harm anybody, and it would be completely sanitized and available to us. That's great. That's exactly what we want. So we're kind of going back to the Nikola Tesla vision in regards to being able to have that clean wireless connectivity for accessing information and even for free energy as well too. All of that is possible. So like I said, don't let any silly-ass scientist tell you otherwise, say, oh, it can't be done. You know, it's always going to be on this frequency band. Bullshit. It can change. It will happen. Again, look back into Nikola Tesla's earlier work. He did it way before any of this stuff was rolling out here through our digital age. So again, this is where you are really putting your feet down and saying, yeah, right, I'll use this 5G technology, technology to help me protect myself from the EMF radiation. But that's only a temporary thing because I'm going to work with thousands, with hundreds of thousands, with many millions of people, and we're all going to come together and we're going to make this change. We are going to sanitize this technology, and we're putting our foot down, right? The people are, again, the most powerful energy there is. And when we all come together and we're working together, all of this can change, okay? So I just want to remind everybody about that. Don't run off to your government. Screw them in the nicest way possible, right? It's not about the people in the government. It's about the aspect of the government as an entity itself. They won't do anything. It's a track record that has gone by many decades where they haven't done a damn thing as it relates to taking care of these issues, not just with EMF pollution, environmental destruction, everything, right? It's about us taking this into our own hands, being responsible, working together with others as a very strong, solid unit, and making this happen. This is how it needs to be done. So again, take a stand against any 5G deployment. work together with others and form groups, right? Whether it's Facebook or YouTube or coming together in local meetings, whatever it may be. Sign petitions and work to cease any premature rollout of 5G technology. Like I said, they're trying to basically deploy, hundreds of thousands of 5G technological satellites. And they're basically trying to create these mini towers in neighborhoods as well, too. And if this happens, again, this creates a very damaging effect. Of course, we do have the idea of a lot of intervention that's working together with us behind the scenes, of course. But the whole idea is that part of our lesson is that we have to take a stand and we have to work against this, because that's what helps us with our lessons as well, too, is knowing that when the people have the power, we work together, things will change. This technology can be sanitized, as mentioned, and operate safely. It is through purposeful negligence that this technology is being rolled out for intentional EMF pollution and transmitting harmful waves that can be found in mind control technology. Okay, so there's a lot of things. There can be trance-inducing technology with this. There can be mind control play relating to this type of technology as well, too. It's very, very dangerous. And again, once it's sanitized, then again, those particular functions can be rendered inert. But the whole idea is that we have to take a stand about this, take a stand on this, and make our voices become heard. Again, as stated, don't rely on government officials. The people must speak out against this, and the people must take action. So very, very important, right? All of us come together. Like I said, it's being able to create videos like this, right? For those of you that are watching that may have YouTube channels as well, create your own 5G technology video as well about protection and what we can all do as well too. For those of you, again, who really want to take action, let it happen, right? Manifest yourself into groups and just spread the word about this. It's very, very important that we are tackling this issue. It has gotten definitely to the point where it's getting very, very severe. It's getting very critical, and we have to make our voices become heard. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to this presentation. I hope it has been helpful for you. Please feel free to share it wherever you like. And thank you so much. And I look forward to speaking to you again in another perspective of the now. Take care.